I am happy and sufficiently humbled to find myself here among some of the keenest minds from different disciplines and backgrounds, including mainly the academia and in particular minds constantly engaged in the study of Islam in the classical sense as well as in today's post-modern world. Dr. Taha Jabir al-Alwani was among the most distinguished Islamic scholars of our time, whose intellectual legacy will continue to inspire generations of scholars, thinkers, and students of Islamic thought. He was a visionary scholar who combined deep fidelity to the Quran and the Sunnah with an acute awareness of the challenges confronting the contemporary world. Born in Fallujah, Iraq, Dr. al-Alwani received his higher education at Al-Azhar University, Cairo, where he specialized in usul al-fiqh and earned his doctorate with distinction. His solid grounding in classical Islamic scholarship was matched by his exceptional ability to engage modern intellectual currents with clarity, balance, and moral confidence. He was firmly rooted in tradition, yet never imprisoned by it. Dr. al-Alwani's most significant contribution lies in his effort to revive ijtihad as a living, dynamic process. He consistently emphasized that Islamic jurisprudence must remain responsive to changing social realities while remaining anchored in the higher objectives, maqasid of the Sharia. His pioneering work in the field of Fiqh al-Aqliyat, jurisprudence of Muslim minorities, provided much needed guidance to Muslims living in non-Muslim societies, enabling them to practice their faith with confidence, integrity, and civic responsibility. Equally noteworthy was his role in advancing the project of the integration of knowledge. As a founding figure and later president of the International Institute of Islamic Thought, Dr. al-Alwani worked tirelessly to promote an integrated vision of knowledge that harmonizes revelation and reason, ethics and empiricism, faith and social sciences. He firmly believed that the intellectual crisis of the Muslim world could not be resolved without reforming its epistemological foundations. Dr. al-Alwani was also deeply committed to the ethics of disagreement. At a time when divisions and intolerance increasingly afflict Muslim societies, he called for scholarly humility, intellectual pluralism, and mutual respect. His writings and public engagements reflected a Quran-centric approach that sought unity without uniformity and dialogue without compromising on principles. Beyond scholarship, Dr. al-Alwani was a builder of institutions and a mentor to countless students and young scholars across the world. His involvement with bodies such as the Fiqh Council of North America and the OIC's Islamic Fiqh Academy demonstrated his concern for applying Islamic principles to real-world issues through collective reasoning and consultation. The Institute of Objective Studies, New Delhi, has always regarded Dr. Taha Jabir al-Alwani as a kindred intellectual spirit. His emphasis on objectivity, moral purpose, and civilizational renewal resonates deeply with the IIUS mission, and hence his cooperation to the Institute was immense. We remember him as a scholar of rare depth, a thinker of courage and balance, and a servant of Islam whose life exemplified devotion to knowledge, reform, and the unity of the Ummah. Following Dr. al-Alwani's demise in 2016, Institute of Objective Studies organized a condolence meeting and scholarly reflections to honor his memory and contributions. On these occasions, his role as a reformer of Islamic jurisprudence, a visionary of knowledge integration, and a proponent of intellectual unity was recalled with deep respect. IIUS also expressed its commitment to preserving and disseminating his intellectual legacy, including through research, translation, and academic dialogue. Dr. Taha Jabir al-Alwani's relationship with IIUS was thus not merely institutional but intellectual and ethical. He stood as a bridge between global Islamic scholarship and Indian Muslim intellectual life, offering insights that remain deeply relevant to IIUS mission. His legacy continues to guide the Institute's pursuit of knowledge that is principled, objective, and oriented towards the moral betterment of society. The Institute of Objective Studies had the privilege to host Dr. Taha Jabir al-Alwani in India on a number of conferences and seminars on integration of knowledge and research methodology in Islamic perspective, organized by the Institute and New Delhi and at Aligarh, besides producing translation of his important books in Indian languages. May Allah accept his services, elevate his rank in Jannah, and enable us to carry forward the intellectual and moral legacy he so nobly upheld. Ameen.
Thank you, Dr. Muhammad Manzoor Alam, for your message, which was very enlightening and good and appreciative. And also to Professor Dr. Muhammad Ishaque for presenting it. Now, Professor Muhammad Ishaque shall continue the program ahead. Over to Professor Ishaque.
Now, the next program for the guest of honor, His Excellency Dr. Qutub Mustafa Sanu will deliver a lecture as a guest of honor. I would say a few words about him. Dr. Kaukab Mustafa Sanu is a politician and academic from Guyana. He served as Minister of the Office of the President of Guyana and diplomatic advisor to the President. He holds a doctorate in law. In October 2020, he took office of Secretary General of the International Islamic Fiqh Academy after having held for a dozen years several posts at the Academy of Jurisprudence in Jeddah. From 1993 to 2009, he was Professor of Comparative Law and Islamic Finance at IIUM. From 2005 to 2009, served as Deputy Rector for Internationalization and Innovation at the International Islamic University, Malaysia. He served as the Minister of Religious Affairs of the Republic of Guyana from 2009 to 2010, Minister of International Cooperation and Africa Integration from 2011 to 2016, Chairman of the Council of Ministers of Mano River Union from 2014 to 2015, appointed as diplomatic advisor to the President of the Republic of Guyana from March 18, 2016 until now. Now I request H.E. Dr. Qutub Mustafa Sanu, Secretary General International Islamic Fiqh Academy, Jeddah, KSA, to deliver a guest of honor, lecture of guest of honor. Over to Dr. Mustafa.